Billionaires play an outsized role in shaping the global economy, politics, and philanthropy. Forbes puts the number of billionaires in the world at 2,668 in 2023. The wealthiest among them is LVMH, co-founder and chief executive officer, CEO, Bernard Arnault, who became the richest man in the world in 2022. If you don't want to miss new content related to luxury, subscribe to our channel. The individuals on this list belong to an even more exclusive club and wield still more power. Many are founders of technology giants, with much of their wealth still invested in the companies they started. These billionaires can, however, still borrow against that wealth to avoid selling stock, deferring, or eliminating for heirs taxes on unrealized capital gains in the process. Multi-billionaires can also take advantage of a panoply of tax deductions to offset reported income, leaving some on this list paying no income tax in recent years. 1. Bernard Arnault. French national Bernard Arnault is the chair and CEO of LVMH, the world's largest luxury goods company. LVMH brands include Louis Vuitton, Hennessy, Marc Jacobs, and Sephora. Most of Arnault's wealth comes from his massive stake in Christian Dior Southeast, the holding company that controls 41.2% of LVMH. His shares in Christian Dior Southeast, plus an additional 6.2% in LVMH, are held through his family-owned holding company, Groupe Familial Arnault. An engineer by training, Arnault first showed his business acumen while working for his father's construction firm, Ferret-Savinel, taking charge of the company in 1971. He converted Ferret-Savinel to a real estate company named Ferrinel, incorporated in 1979. Arnault remained Ferrinel's chair for another 6 years until he acquired and reorganized luxury goods maker Financière Agache in 1984, eventually selling all its holdings other than Christian Dior and Le Bon Marché. He was invited to invest in LVMH in 1987 and became the majority shareholder, chair of the board, and CEO of the company 2 years later. 2. Elon Musk. Elon Musk is the second richest man in the world. He was born in South Africa and attended a university in Canada before transferring to the University of Pennsylvania, where he earned bachelor's degrees in physics and economics. 2 days after enrolling in a graduate physics program at Stanford University, Musk deferred attendance to launch Zip2, one of the earliest online navigation services. He reinvested a portion of the proceeds from this startup to create X.com, the online payment system that was sold to eBay and ultimately became PayPal Holdings. Musk asked his Twitter audience on November 6, 2021, whether he should sell 10% of his Tesla stock, framing the issue as a response to criticism of unrealized capital gains as a means of avoiding taxes. He proceeded to sell shares worth $16.4 billion over the remainder of 2021. Thanks to the surge in Tesla shares in 2021 and private transactions boosting the reported valuation of SpaceX, Musk's lead in the global wealth rankings continued to grow. His net worth hit a high of $340 billion in November 2021. In July 2022, Musk decided to back out of the Twitter buyout. Twitter filed a lawsuit against Musk to force the buyout to go through. Musk countersued the company, but then reversed course and declared he was willing to buy Twitter after all. The deal officially closed in October 2022, giving him an almost 80% stake in the company. 3. Jeff Bezos. In 1994, Jeff Bezos founded Amazon.com in a garage in Seattle, shortly after he resigned from the hedge fund giant D. Shaw. He had originally pitched the idea of an online bookstore to his former boss, David E. Shaw, who wasn't interested. Though Amazon originally started out selling books, it has since morphed into a one-stop shop for everything under the sun and is expected to overtake Walmart as the world's largest retailer by 2024. Amazon's pattern of constant diversification is evident in some of its unexpected expansions, which include acquiring Whole Foods in 2017 and entering the pharmacy business the same year. 4. Gautam Adani. Gautam Adani, the founder of Adani Group, surpassed Mukesh Ambani in March 2022 as the richest person in Asia. Through his ownership of the Adani Group, Adani owns major stakes in 6 key Indian companies, including a 75% stake in Adani Enterprises, Adani Power, and Adani Transmissions, as well as a 66% stake in Adani Ports and Special Economic Zone, 61% stake in Adani Green Energy, and a 37% stake in Adani Total Gas. Adani dropped out of college and previously worked in the diamond trade. Adani now has the largest port operator, closely held thermal coal producer, and coal trader in India. In 2020, he purchased a 74% stake in Mumbai's Chhatrapati Shivaji International Airport, India's second busiest airport. The billionaire was kidnapped and held for ransom in 1997. Adani was also in Mumbai's Taj Hotel during the 2008 terrorist attack. 5. Bill Gates. While attending Harvard University in 1975, Bill Gates went to work alongside his childhood friend Paul Allen to develop new software for the original microcomputers. Following this project's success, Gates dropped out of Harvard during his junior year and founded Microsoft with Allen. The largest software company in the world, Microsoft also produces a line of personal computers, provides email services through its Exchange server, and sells video game systems and associated game devices. It has recently invested heavily in cloud services. If you are liking this video, give it a like and subscribe for more content like this. 6. Warren Buffett. The most famous living value investor, Warren Buffett filed his first tax return in 1944 at age 14, declaring earnings from his boyhood paper route. He first bought shares in a textile company called Berkshire Hathaway in 1962, becoming the majority shareholder by 1965. Buffett expanded the company's holdings to insurance and other investments in 1967. Buffett has dedicated much of his wealth to philanthropy. Between 2006 and 2020, he gave away $41 billion, mostly to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and his children's charities. Buffett launched the Giving Pledge alongside Bill Gates in 2010. 7. Larry Ellison. Larry Ellison was born in New York City to a 19-year-old single mother. After dropping out of the University of Chicago in 1966, Ellison moved to California and worked as a computer programmer. In 1973, he joined the electronics company Ampex, where he met future partners Ed Oites and Bob Miner. 3 years later, Ellison moved to Precision Instruments, serving as the company's Vice President of Research and Development. Oracle is the world's second-largest software company, providing a wide variety of cloud computing programs as well as Java and Linux code, and the Oracle Exadata computing platform. 8. Larry Page. Like several of the tech billionaires on this list, Larry Page embarked on his path to fame and fortune in a college dorm room. While attending Stanford University in 1995, Page and his friend Sergey Brin came up with the idea of improving internet data extraction. The duo devised a new search engine technology they dubbed Backrub after its ability to assess links to a page. From there, Page and Brin went on to found Google in 1998, with Page serving as CEO of the company until 2001, and again between 2011 and 2019. Shares of Google soared almost 50% in 2021, moving Page and Brin up the billionaire list. Page's net worth went from just below $52 billion in March 2020 to the current $86.9 billion. 9. Steve Ballmer. Steve Ballmer joined Microsoft in 1980 after Bill Gates convinced him to drop out of Stanford University's MBA program. He was Microsoft's 30th employee. Ballmer went on to succeed Gates as Microsoft CEO in 2000. He held the position until stepping down in 2014. Ballmer oversaw Microsoft's 2011 purchase of Skype for $8.5 billion. Ballmer owns an estimated 4% of Microsoft, making him the software giant's largest individual shareholder. In 2014, shortly after stepping down as Microsoft CEO, Ballmer purchased the Los Angeles Clippers basketball team for $2 billion. 10. Carlos Slim. Carlos Slim derives the bulk of his wealth from his majority stake in America Movil, a telecommunications company based in Mexico City. He also has large stakes in the holding company Grupo Carso and the banking and insurance company Grupo Financiero. Additional holdings include many other publicly traded companies. A large portion of his stakes in these companies has been transferred to his 6 children, and he has received billions of dollars in dividends from his holdings in the various public companies he has ownership in. I want to tell you that the rich are people like you and me, and the only difference is that they decided to on. If you want to learn how to earn money online to improve your life and that of your family, click on the link that I leave you in the description of the video and in the comments. That wraps up the video. If you liked it, be sure to subscribe to stay notified about our uploads.